Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
Another episode of Trash Talk, sponsored as always by Cram Chronicles Entertainment, Eating Drinks Tattoo, B1 Union, and Valhalla Combat Sports. TJ O'Connor here, as always, with my partner Damian Hill, joined tonight by the main event of LFA 68 this Friday night, Nasty Nate Jennerman. How you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Pretty good.
Yeah, doing good. Can't complain.
So, Nate, a lot of our fans, I'm sure, are very familiar with you. But for those who aren't, how about a little bit of a background? Where do you train? How long have you been competing?
So I train at Rufus Sport MMA Academy in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, under legendary Duke Rufus, Scott Cushman, and Daniel Wanderley. I've been competing as a professional since I was 20, so coming up on about 6 years now. So it's been a little bit. Making my way up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Previously fought for the LFA title, which is pretty impressive, making your way to the belt. What do you think that a win Friday night does for you as far as getting back to another title shot?
Yeah, I mean, I think it puts me right in the mix. I'm any win away from making it to a big show as well. So any win that I get puts me right in the mix for, title contention. Any win I get puts me right in the mix for UFC or wherever,
Yeah,
So.
definitely. You train with a lot of stars and like guys who stand out in the UFC, not just are in the UFC, but have made a name for themselves while fighting, and then of course having Duke Rufus as their head coach is pretty dope too,
Right.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, one win, impressive performance puts you, I mean, right there for anything. I really like that, and I expect something big to happen in your career pretty soon.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. But yeah, like
Yeah.
I said, I'm just focused on this fight, and I always think that I'm any win away from going somewhere, so I just got to keep winning.
Yeah.
Having that every fight that matters mentality, it really shows in your performances, I believe. Coming off a big win back in February here, this fight was originally slated to be the co-main event. When you got the call letting you know that you're the top bill there, this is Jennerman versus Barbosa. What was that like here, and did that put a little extra oomph in the training camp for you?
I mean, it's not a big thing. Since I've been with LFA, other than my first LFA fight, I've been either the feature, the co-main, or the main event for every single one that I've been on. Mm-hmm. So, and this will be my 8th one for LFA. So it's been, one.
You're used to it.
The first fight, and then the rest has been feature, co-main, or main. So, I'm just excited to go out there and put my skills out there for everybody to see, and take care of business and get it done.
Yeah. What originally got you interested in martial arts? You had your first pro fight at 20 years old. That's an early start in a lot of people's eyes. What originally got you interested?
I was watching the UFC a lot. I thought it was really cool. And then I just heard that there was a local gym in my hometown, so I wanted to just go check it out when I was 16. Tried it out one night. I ended up being there for like a couple hours that night. Absolutely fell in love with training right away. And then from there, I had my first fight at 17, and then switched over to Rufus Sport at around 19 at 19, and I love it. So I fell in love with the training, and the fighting is good too.
So you didn't have a martial arts background at all? No taekwondo, karate, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, or anything? You just jumped right into it, and it's been pretty fucking successful so far. But like, you just jumped into MMA.
Yeah, I mean, I wrestled like a couple years in middle school. I think I got to like a yellow belt in taekwondo. So like, I was just doing all the other sports. Like,
yeah,
couldn't afford for everything to be to do it all. So I didn't
Yeah.
make choices, and I chose other sports at the time, which I wish I wouldn't have, but I did. So, but
But
yeah, and then I just jumped right into MMA, and so that's I became a really I'm pretty well rounded right off the jump, just because I didn't have a thing that I was great at to begin with, or something that I specialized in. I just learned everything right from the jump.
Yeah. Just a true athlete growing up, and then just happened to stumble across one of the best gyms in the country, let alone the world, in Duke Rufus's gym, and having that caliber of training. I mean, like I said, it's shown in all of your fights. I feel like you see a progression every time you compete.
Thank you.
yeah, I'm really excited. Or sorry, TJ, what were you gonna say?
No, go ahead.
No, I'll go. You.
I was gonna say, so folks in here this Friday night here, you're fighting Rafael Barbosa. He's 4-1. What, if anything, do you know about him as a fighter here, and what do you expect him to bring to the fight?
Yeah, I mean, I seen that he was 4-1 on one thing, but everything else says he's actually 11-1. So he's 11-1. That's what they have him billed as too. So he's solid. He's coming up from Brazil. He's a good karate guy. Being from Brazil, I know he's gonna be well versed on the ground as well. So. This is a tough fight, but that's what I thrive on. I really like having somebody in front of me that, people might not think that I'm going to beat. And, that's where I thrive the best. It's like, underestimate me and I'm going to show out.
Yeah. I definitely think that adds something, because growing up with I have a brother that's older than me, and him were always competing a lot. Like beating him because he always just knew that he was going to beat me. Anytime that we would like race or go against each other and anything, it put like a little bit extra oomph into it, and then it made the victory that much better. Anytime I beat him in a bike race or a foot race or anything like that.
Right.
So a fight, it's probably amplified even more.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, and you mentioned the skills he has coming from Brazil. This is the kind of fight that I feel like if you show up on Friday night with a strong performance, could be the one that gets the call to the next level. I mean, you mentioned it earlier, but obviously you feel the same way, correct?
Yeah. I mean, always. And yeah, my opponent before that, Luis Saldana, that was a very solid fight too. But I just feel like this is an even bigger fight. Like, nothing against Luis Saldana, but this is now an international fight because he's coming from Brazil. He's 11-1. He's fought internationally before. He's undefeated in the LFA. So I mean, this is a big fight. This is the type of fight that really makes you wake up in the morning and get after it every day.
Yeah, definitely. Is there any sponsors or teammates you'd like to shout out before we wrap it up?
Oh yeah, as always. I mean, you gotta look at my sponsors, Combat Corner. They make the best gear for MMA. Grit Mouth Guards, Iowa Bison Company, 7040 Beard Balm, Raw Dog here in Sheboygan, Champ Sports Barn here in Sheboygan. Can't make it out to Minneapolis, which I understand it's a little bit of a drive. Go over to Champ Sports Bar. There's gonna be a huge viewing party there. Weiss Brothers, Greasy Spoon, Three Sheeps Brewing, and Advanced Spine Care and Wellness. I got to thank all those people for really helping me out with my training and everything that I do. Then Rafael Stotts, Mike Rhodes, JP St. Louis, and Craig Eckelberg, they're all on the card with me as well. We got 5 Rufus Sport guys coming out there to take care of business. It's going to be pretty hyped up in the locker room. We're going to be pretty excited, and it's going to be an awesome time celebrating 5 dubs. And then we also got Lenny Rufati fighting out in ROC, Ring of Combat, out on the East Coast. So he's going to be taking care of business at the same time in a different state. Just guys that I train with the most, Manny Sanchez, Brian Bautista, Christian Rodriguez, Wyatt Barber, Sergio and Anthony Pettis, Gerald Mearshart, and then the guys fighting, those are the guys that I train with the most. So, I got to shout out them. They're helping me every day. As always, Duke Rufus, Scott Cushman, Daniel Wanderlei, Joe Nichols for holding down Rufus Sport at all times. And then we also got Jared Gordon, Joe Mearshart, and Brendan Allen coming out to corner us all. So we're gonna have a good amount of corners in the back. My guy Jeremy Bjornberg and SEG always hooking me up with the good fights, and just got to thank God above all. So I'm blessed every day, and I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, no, that dude, it's great to have that much support behind you. I can't wait to see what Rufus Sport does Friday night. This is going to be amazing, and having so many guys that are active with you. I mean, on the same card, picking up 5 dubs, as you said, dude. That's going to be amazing. I can't wait to see that happen, and I wish you guys the best as well.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. One more. My wife, she helps me out with everything. Got to give her a huge shout out. She helps make my meals, keeps me on the up and up. When I'm getting down, she picks me back up. So she's my rock. I love her, and shout out to her.
All right. Yeah. Thank you for being on Trash Talk. Thank you for the time, sir.
I appreciate it, guys.
The fight this Friday night, sir.
Thank you.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.